See, the thing is, if everything in your life were easy, you would suck. If you had no requirements to exert any efforts or struggle towards something, if you had no pain and everything was pretty much like easy, handed to you, and just straightforward, there was no adversity you had to overcome, you didn't have to develop your strength of character, everything was just easily handed to you on a silver platter in life, you would suck. You would not develop any strength whatsoever. You wouldn't like fine-tune your intelligence, your social skills, your physical strength, and your physique, and like circumstances that are hard and that suck and that require you to problem solve bring out the best in you and completely refine your character forever. Like, adversities change you permanently. So you might find yourself wishing that things were easier, but you really wouldn't want that, because you'll just be some amorphous blob, lazy piece of shit who's, just slacking in every area of your life and not really accomplishing anything because you don't need to. There's no demand. It's like you're like a house cat or something that's fed meals regularly, so you don't understand the concept of having to go out and hunt, and then you're released into the wild all of a sudden, and you have to go and hunt for your food. You're not going to know what to do, and you're going to be fucked. The same applies in everyday life. If things are easy for you, then your character will be non-existent, pretty much. You won't have to develop things like respect or being humble or just like social skills, social cues, social intelligence. You won't have to develop any of that because life is on easy mode for you. Meaning, let's say you're born into a rich family and you have a business that's going to be handed to you since your birth, and life is already planned out and straightforward for you. Then you don't have to grow, essentially. And with that knowledge, it makes you prone to escapism and pursuing vices and going overboard with just trying to like cope with life and existence, because life is too easy. You don't have any real problems, so you have to manufacture problems of like the smallest degree. So even the most petty shit becomes a problem to you, because otherwise you don't have any real major problems, and it becomes the biggest thing in the world. If you don't have any strength of character, and if you don't have to overcome much shit in your life, if you know that you're going to be okay no matter what, and that you don't have to work your ass off to not be fucked, you start to get very complacent, lazy, and entitled, narcissistic. Basically, it is the antithesis of developing your character. It makes you a worse person. So if you're going through bullshit, be thankful. If you're not going through bullshit, seek bullshit to go through in order to develop yourself, refine your character. Seek difficulty. If things are too easy and too chill for you right now, that's a bad sign. It means you're not growing. So, whether it's in the gym, if it's too easy for you, work out harder. If you're building a business, if it's too easy for you, do more, put more effort in. And your character will grow. You will change permanently for the better. And in a way, I'm thankful for a lot of the opportunities to grow. I don't see them as adversities anymore. I see them as just like lessons that have refined me and forever changed my character to the point where, I'm a new person. I'm evolved. And I'm starting to like who I am more and more, because it's like I've achieved a next level. I've achieved a next peak, a next like level of awesomeness, and so to speak, like, if that makes sense. So you always want to be striving for the next level, to move up another league, to not be where you're at just forever. Because if you're just staying the same in every area, like that's not really growth or being human. That's just slavery. That's just severe compliance. And I've seen people essentially just like not have to do anything and be completely fine, and they don't learn basic skills for themselves. They don't learn to take care of themselves or others. Like, they don't develop these skills that make them a man on their purpose and like a true man. And essentially their emotional growth is stunted, and they just stay like the same throughout their entire life since they were in childhood, but the only difference is they're adults and they're older now, and it's not so charming or acceptable when you're a grown-ass adult and you can't go out and problem solve or get what you want in life because you haven't developed your strength of character and you've always seeked the easy way out. And that's another thing, is like, you'll be prone to things that make you a slave, then pursuing vices and stuff, and you'll be sucked into them, like smoking weed, doing drugs, drinking, partying, over sexualization, fucking too much. That's a drug itself too. Anything that you can just overdo and gives you that dopamine high, and you just keep hitting that dopamine button and chasing the bigger and bigger high, that's not really productive, but just makes you feel good temporarily. That's the shit that you're going to pursue when you don't have any real issues and you're not on your purpose or developing yourself, or you're seeking the easy way out and you're seeking the most comfortable life possible. You shouldn't be seeking the most comfortable life. You should be seeking the most growth in life, like the most growth potential in life. So if anything, I would cast aside all potential vices, all potential pleasures. Like in Stoicism, that's what they do, is they essentially just shun all pleasurable, addictive things and just throw it out altogether and just not pursue it whatsoever. So if sex makes you an addict and compulsive, just stop having sex. If you can't handle yourself around alcohol, stop the alcohol. If you're overdoing it with food and you just want tasty food over health and sustenance, then you got to cut that out. Like, there are vices everywhere that just want to suck you in and that look for aimless, depressed, sad souls, and easily impressionable, easily manipulated and controlled, easy slaves. And it just looks to suck you in. It's honestly like the devil trying to suck you in and brainwash you. So, yeah, no, as a society, that's our problem, is we're too addicted to short-term pleasures and just like feeling good all the time and minimizing or avoiding altogether any uncomfortable or bad feelings. But you need the bad feelings. If anything, you need as many bad feelings that make you stronger, that is, as you can get. You need to expose yourself to as much bullshit as possible in order to emerge like rock solid. Right? So that's it, guys. Strive to achieve more suffering, if anything. Go out of your way to make yourself suffer in certain ways within reason, and it'll only help you. And if you're not suffering or dealing with something challenging, you have to go find something that is challenging and hurry up and expose yourself to it.